Hello, welcome back. Now we've practiced saying the word, we also want to practice spelling it. So we're going to say this out loud a few times. The word is rhetoric. We will spell rhetoric like this: R-H-E-T-O-R-I-C. Let's spell that together. Ready? R-H-E-T-O-R-I-C. Okay, over to you. I'll count to 3 and I would like you to spell the word one more time. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now we've looked at what rhetoric is, how to say it and how to spell it. We need to explore it a little bit further. In order to do that, we're going to do some reading. So you should have a copy of our reading material in front of you. It's important that you have a copy of this because you'll be answering some questions about the text at the end, and you may like to refer back to it in order to check your answers. I'm going to read the text aloud first, and then at the end we will go back and answer the questions. Let's start. Many historians credit the ancient city-state of Athens as the birthplace of rhetoric. A man's success and influence in ancient Athens depended on his ability to persuade other men to vote him into power. As a result of this, small schools dedicated to teaching rhetoric or persuasion began to form. The men that formed these schools were known as Sophists. The Sophists would travel from city to city teaching young men in public spaces how to speak and debate. They taught their students how to make a weak argument stronger and a strong argument weak. Sophists believed that they could use language and the written or spoken word to win any debate on any subject, even if they had no prior knowledge of the topic. A great philosopher named Aristotle criticized the Sophists. He accused them of manipulating people's emotions to persuade, rather than using truth. Aristotle was very passionate about rhetoric. In fact, he was so passionate he wrote a book on it called The Art of Rhetoric. The book was a guide on persuasion. It taught people how they could manipulate language and words to get what they wanted. In fact, the art of rhetoric was so powerful that it influenced the way people persuade other people for the next 2,000 years. Aristotle is the king of rhetoric. Okay, so in order to check our understanding of this, and to create a short summary in our exercise books, we're going to answer 5 questions using the text. I'd like you to read the questions first, and then we're going to answer them in full sentences in our exercise book, and I will model how we can do this process. So number 1, we're going to look for in the text to find out in which city was rhetoric founded. This comes at the opening of the text, so I'm going to look back to paragraph 1 for this answer. Why did people in the city start to study rhetoric? Again, I'm going to find this near the opening, so perhaps I want to look down towards paragraphs 2 and 3 to find this answer. Let's have a go at 1 and 2 first. In order to write this, I must use a full sentence. So I will rephrase the question to start my sentence. In which city was rhetoric founded? So I'll start my sentence like this. Rhetoric was founded in, and then look in the answer for the text to finish the sentence. Do you have a go and complete question 1 now, please? Now let's have a go at question 2 in the same way. Why did people in this city start to study rhetoric? I'm going to rephrase the question in my answer. So my answer will start like this. People started to study rhetoric because. This is probably going to be a longer answer because I'm clearly going to need to explain. Look back in the text before you write your sentence. Okay. I would like you to go on now and complete all the rest of the questions up to question 5 in the same way. Make sure to rephrase the question in your answer and check there's a full stop at the end of every sentence. Pause the video and do that now, please. Okay, now we've finished, we're going to go through and self-mark. You may wish to use a different colour pen in order to do this. If you struggled on a question or you got an answer incorrect, also use this time to fix up your work. So the question number 1, the answer was that rhetoric was founded in the city of Athens. Give yourself a tick if you got that one right. Number 2, people started to study rhetoric because a man's success depended on their ability to persuade people to vote them into power. Give yourself a tick if you got that one right. Remember, you may have worded it slightly different to me, but you need to have the general sense of what I've put here in order to get that correct. Number 3, the Sophists believed that they could use language to win any debate, even if it was a topic they didn't have any knowledge about. Number 4, Aristotle was critical of the Sophists. He didn't think that they were telling the truth. He accused them of manipulating people's emotions. And number 5, Aristotle wrote a book called The Art of Rhetoric. Okay, well done everyone. Give yourself a mark out of 5 and spend a little bit of time fixing up your sentences if you need to. Things to check here are capital letters for the start of sentence, capital letter for the city of Athens because it's a proper noun. Make sure you also have a full stop at the end of each sentence too. I hope you all have a really lovely day and I'll see you soon once I'm back in college. Bye!